Hey, what's going on, guys? I fell into the void, but you can tell we're on the alpha server. So today we have a major update with abilities. Basically, the entirety of balancing in SkyBlock is going to be changed because of this. So if you guys end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so that next time I don't have to wait 2 hours in the queue. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so if we go over to the end island, we should be able to find the new NPC whose name is Roger right across here from the entrance. So Roger is right here. You basically have to get through a ton of dialogue and then click I accept. Then after he gets through the rest of his dialogue, he will teleport to the hub. Go hub, and the NPC should be over here at one of these buildings right here at this new one. So you can see Roger right here outside of the village a little bit. You get through his dialogue and then click let's do it. And basically he'll go tell you to grab a rogue sword. So I'm going to go grab mine out of CM real quick. Spicy rogue sword. And then we get back, bring him the rogue sword. And then you put the rogue sword in the extract ability here. So you can see you can extract its ability, which is speed boost. See it right here on the weapon. And then it's right here. So we just claim that, confirm extraction. And then it'll put speed boost in its spot right here. You can see all of the different abilities here. You can put it on any weapon of our choice. Now we have unlocked the power of ability transfusion. So we can go to transfuse abilities and you can see all of the abilities that are here and the item that they are found on. So you've got the Atom Split Katana, Void Edge Katana, Gyrokinetic Wand, the Ragnarok Axe, which is really powerful, Bouquet of Lies, the Reaver abilities, the Floored Zombie Sword, Terminator, and you can actually get Wither Impact without having a Hyperion as well. So you can get the individual abilities for Hyperion, Implosion, Wither Shield, and Shadow Warp, and you can get Wither Impact for all of the abilities if you have all of them unlocked. You can actually get the Spirit Mask abilities as well, which is really cool. So I'm sure that'll be extremely useful for a lot of situations. Unfortunately, I did. If you didn't know, it lets you basically have the same ability as Bonzo Mask, but outside of dungeons. So you can basically die once and have some invincibility for a few seconds. So that's really useful, especially for fighting Jawbosses and things like that. That'll be really helpful. Or even putting it on golden heads and stuff for dungeons. And there's the Creeper Pants ability as well, which there's not a ton of abilities on leggings, so I'm sure that'll be helpful. But basically causes an explosion when dropping below 20% health, damaging and knocking back all monsters around you, which isn't crazy. I don't think it does a ton of damage, but seeing as there's not really many abilities for leggings, I'm sure that'll be really useful. But here's the big one. You can actually extract the aspect of the Void's ability. So we can throw aspect of the Void here, get improved instant transmission, and this can be applied to any other weapons. So basically I can take that and put it on any other weapon that I want. So let's say our Day Axe. We want to apply the ability to our Daedalus Axe. We will need some coins whenever we're applying these, but that's all right. Transfuse abilities, get improved instant transmission, throw it on our Day Axe, and then we can transfuse the ability. And now whenever I'm grinding out the Diana event, I can just have my Day Axe here with the improved instant transmission, so I can teleport all around while holding my Daedalus Axe instead of having to worry about the aspect of the Void. Now the big one that I was hoping was going to be able to be extracted was the Maudredge Dagger and the Kindlebane Daggers abilities for Attunement. Unfortunately, you cannot get those abilities. As you can see, when I tried to extract it, it doesn't work. But that would have been really nice to be able to do, say, Blaze Slayer tier 4s with a Claymore. That could have been really cool, but I think that would have been a little bit overpowered. Probably a smart move there. Now, unfortunately, you cannot have multiple abilities on the same item. Or let's say our Rogue Sword, which has the Speed Boost ability. If we apply the instant transmission, it will lose the Speed Boost. So its ability is currently Speed Boost, but when we apply instant transmission, it loses the Speed Boost ability, and it now just has the instant transmission ability. But some other useful ones would be Withercloak Sword, maybe the Endstone Sword, Pigman Sword. There's so many options here. So what does this really mean for the game is the big question a lot of people are asking. Basically, it's going to mean that the stats on an item matter a lot more, because realistically, if I had a Hyperion, I could get Wither Impact on this Rogue Sword. Now, Wither Impact is broken because the ability is really, really powerful, but it's not going to be as good on a Rogue Sword as it would be on a Hyperion, because the Hyperion stats are much better. So what's really going to matter now more than the abilities is the stats. Now, the abilities still matter. Who cares if I have the best weapon in the game if I don't even have the ability of aspect of the end or aspect of the void. None of that's going to matter. So you do still want to get these items that have really good abilities so you can transfer those abilities to better items later on. So basically what this is going to allow them to do is make dungeons will still be important, but they don't have to keep the Hyperion as the best statistical mage weapon in the game just because of the ability. You'll still need to get a Hyperion at some point just so you can get Wither Impact. But if they decide to add a weapon that gives better mage stats in the future, they don't 100% have to give it a good ability. It can just be a really high intelligence weapon or ability damage weapon without having to have the insane ability of the Hyperion. There are a ton of things on this list. There's almost 3 full pages of things that you can have on this list. So I do want to try something here real quick. If we take our Atom Split Katana and our Reaper Scythe, I'd like to see how we can transfer these. So we can extract the ability from the Atom Split. Boom, done. And now we have Strong Soul Cry, which can be applied to fishing rods, wands, swords, bows, gauntlets, long swords, axes, fishing weapons, pretty much anything. But let's also extract our Reaper Scythe. Never mind. Okay, so the Necromancer ability doesn't seem to be able to be extracted, so you can't just put Necromancer stuff on whatever item you want, but we can actually go ahead and throw Strong Soul Cry onto our Reaper Scythe. So we'll throw that on there real quick. Boom. Very nice. So the damage on my Reaper Scythe is a lot higher, but the extra damage to Enderman on Atom Split I'm sure is going to make it better. But if we got, say, a Dark Claymore, then that might be a whole different story. So yeah, I do like still 3 times more damage with the Atom Split. Thinks that's just how it's gonna be, but maybe it'd be more interesting with a Claymore. But yeah, this update is looking pretty crazy. The amount of different weapons that are gonna be buffed, especially in Berserker. So like imagine a Claymore with Axe of the Shredded or the Ragnarok Axe ability. It's gonna be pretty wild. I'm not sure how this change is gonna go over. I know a lot of people that I know are not liking it so far, but I'm honestly pretty optimistic for how this is gonna turn out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching to the end. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and God bless.